takes, that's you. 3 takes, not me. 2 takes if you lucky. First take, stop me. 4 takes, that's you. 3 takes, not me. 2 takes if you lucky. First take, you got me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Cobb and Dash Show. Kind of a disappointing weekend for me and Stu last week. It was nice. We got to watch some of the games together. We spent some time together to watch some of the games last week. But then, we got to semifinals weekend, and, Stu and I were both on the outside looking in, like our friend Cobb here. Not to say, I want to say that, like, Cobb kind of had an impact on semifinals weekend. You really did. Like, your trade with Hodge, man, you really, like, solidified, like a real dynasty in this league, letting him go back-to-back with that trade that you're going to – on a trade that you're probably not going to keep any of those guys. There's no way you keep Olave or Herbert. I mean, it's pathetic, actually, that you trade away, like, Cook and Justin Fields, and you're not going to actually keep any of those guys in the end because, I mean, you'd be dumb to keep any of those guys. Anyway,
I have a question on that, actually. If you want to come out hot like that. So you're saying real quick that you would have won if Hodge didn't have those two, right?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I said you solidified him having a back-to-back.
You would have gotten spanked either way, buddy.
Sorry. I said you solidified him having going back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you bolstered a team that was already pretty solid, top to bottom.
Oh, I'm not saying I didn't help this team out,
right.
But I think
you're also
ignoring a lot of the facts. But you can
say you impacted semifinals weekend, and you did.
You can keep playing this little violin, the sad music behind your season all you want. You're gonna come out hot like that on this show. I was gonna commend you guys for a good season, and Stu, good season, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
But I hope everyone's well, and I hope everyone had a nice Christmas. Nonetheless, Cobb trying to ruin the BL Plus league.
But
anyway, there's what's that?
What about Waddle?
Waddle was pretty key, but I mean, at least Cobb gave him an asset like Dameon Pierce. You didn't get a Dameon Pierce.
The guy that went on IR and did nothing when Roden had him.
I think Dameon Pierce is a better asset than Olave or her.
I completely disagree on that, but that's all right. Continue.
Really? Okay. Well, can you explain to me why Shaheed's the guy over there and Olave hasn't been is nowhere to be found? He's again. We got the MIA. We got a APB out looking for him right now.
Can you tell me why they're still starting Andy Dalton?
They like Shaheed, dude.
Okay.
Shaheed was the guy to get. I think he's on Hodge's bench now. Anyway, I do. There's some things we want to get to before we talk about the finals matchup this week. Some things of note. We talked about on the show that we're going to do a nomination process for the new owner. Each person in the league will have a person they can nominate. So we're not going to have 1 million people. So at most we'll get us 11 or 11. So we want to have that in by the next Cobb and Dash show. So next week's episode can be a discussion of all the 11 guys that have been nominated to us, if we even have 11, because I know some people in the league aren't nominating anybody. So get that into us by next Thursday. I'll clip this segment so people know what they need to do to get if they want to have a person nominated. So next Thursday we can discuss the 11 guys, and then the following week after that we can begin the interview process right here live on the Cobb and Dash show. Really looking forward to that. You guys want to add anything?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing what owners are nominated. I've heard a few names. Not a lot of people I'm familiar with, but excited getting to know the potential owners.
Should be nice. Should be a nice post-championship project.
Oh, yeah. We haven't had ratings like this with the Cobb and Dash since COVID year. And I think the ratings are going to continue to soar with this whole thing. I mean, it's some people were saying to keep the Cobb and Dash show going even after the new owner selection process going. And hey, I'm all about it because you know what's going to happen right after that. That means we open up the trading stuff, so everyone can the portal opens up so people can start shipping out guys right after we find the new owner. And I'm really excited about that, and I think it's going to be hot. So yeah, can't wait for that. That's pretty much it as far as new stuff going on. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before we get to the preview of the really boring matchup that's going to be this weekend?
Nothing on my end.
No, I'm good.
No housekeeping items, Cobb?
No housekeeping. I got apartment keeping items for you guys, but
Ooh, let's hear them. No,
that was a joke because you guys are using an apartment.
Right. Oh, Laura's gonna leave a bottle of wine for you at your apartment to as a nice as a thank you, as a gesture.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't think you deserve it, but not my call. The split so I got the final results in for the split from Adam and Hotch. I'm curious as to who his idea was this, but 750, 450 is the split they're going with for the winner and second place. I wonder why the 50 make it a 7-5. I don't understand why they do. I wonder whose idea was to throw the 50 in there. Hotch is more of a 6'6" guy. I feel like this is an $8 million. I think $8 million might think he has this one in the bag. What do you think?
I've heard it was a pretty quick discussion from both sides.
Who told you this, Hotch?
I was actually talking to Adam about it.
Ooh.
I heard it was a fun number. It was like a key number where they both get a good chunk of change and can be happy with the result regardless. So,
why not 7.5 though?
I don't know.
It's only $50, but I mean I just don't understand that.
Yeah, makes it seem closer than it is. True,
I guess. I don't know. This is amateur hour of the finals here, man. We got Hotch is freaking going. I'll say this right now. I know we're gonna do predictions and stuff, but I just want to let you guys know that I am really rooting for Adam to win this one. I don't want Hotch to have 4 titles because it's one thing to have 3 titles, because you have 2 and then everybody else has 1. Or 4, that's a lot, dude. That's a shit ton, and that's his name on there 4 times and two consecutive different spots on the trophy where his name comes up twice.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. So let's go Adam.
It doesn't. But then you can also argue too that Adam just came in this league 5 years ago, and he also has the same as me, you, Barry.
That's what we want.
We do want that.
Pancake King coming back and being the champion. It's you can't root against that.
It's a really good story, and one that if Adam does win, I don't want to jinx it. We're gonna do a little 2-minute biopic on him going into next year.
What about Hotch wins?
We're not doing anything about that. we're gonna do if Hotch wins. Actually, we're gonna do a little highlight on the trade that turned the season around with this guy over here. And, I don't know if it's more about Hotch or Cobb, that documentary. And I got Roden said he'd be in if we did that, so that's key. Like as a person that Hotch went to when he told him about that trade, and he was like, "Dude, do that right now," and then he did it.
You've already locked people in for this.
Roden said he would do it if Hotch won. He said it'd be pretty funny. And hey man, Roden's key, dude. All right, so really, it's too bad we don't have more topics than what we got, but we got just the finals, and it's gonna be one of the, I don't know, pretty boring finals, I would say. I mean, the fact that Adam doesn't even have Derrick Henry tonight kind of sucks. It takes away one less guy he'll have in this game tonight.
It's a big one too.
His big, and that's been one of his big home run hitters. You can ask Stu about that one.
Yeah, seriously.
What did he get against you last week?
21 or 24, 21, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at this projection here, 151 to 134. God, terrible. All right. So we're gonna get to it. Finals matchup. You got Adam A. Millie versus Hotch. Yeah, I think I don't actually have the numbers here on if they played or who won that game when they played the regular season. Cobb, can you see?
I have no idea.
Now I'm going to it. Schedule. A Millie played. He got dominated. He only played him once, and he got dominated. 97 to 193, week 9.
What week? Week 9. Adam started turning it on pretty late, though.
It was right after that, I think, is when he went on a hot streak. Yeah, and that. Oh yeah, that's the game where when you gave him Mixon. Remember when you gave him Mixon? He got 56 that week.
I got a high second round. That one of at least a top 2 guaranteed.
He got 56 that week, though. I mean, I think 56 is more than what Olave got all season. Pretty sure.
I think it's more. 56 is more than a lot of people got all season.
But man, we're talking about the guy that you got from him that you're going to be keeping.
First round keeper that I wasn't going to. High second round pick, keep. I'll take it every single time.
You're never gonna live straight down. This is gonna go down in the history, man. When people talk about you, when you go for the Hall of Fame, people are gonna bring this trade up as a reason why you shouldn't get in the Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna have to make a biopic about you. I'll just ignoring everything else that happened.
It went pretty good.
Yeah. The thing is, I need you to edit it. So
be like a masterpiece. Be like such a key thing about me. Like nothing bad, all good. All right. So as we said, they only played one time this year. I don't know the history of the Hotch and Adam games. I have to imagine Hotch has probably won most of them. I think this is only the second time Adam has reached the playoffs in the league. So I have to imagine the Hotch has a winning record against him. But yeah, almost beat him by 100 points last time they met. So if Adam wins, big time underdog and big time story. Talk about totality of the whole story of the Pancake King going to champion. Amazing. So with that, we're gonna get to the matchups. So Cobb, we'll let you do the honors, man, since you already got a dog in this fight. We'll let you start off with this one.
Adam is my dog, you're right. We'll just go matchup. Starting with quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott. It's a good quarterback matchup, at least for the championship. No scrubs. I never like having Thursday night games, especially in championships. It's kind of gross. Especially like Dallas against Tennessee seems like one where Dallas can get up early and just kind of coast. But Josh Allen has been great. I don't recall if I gave Hotch Josh Allen or not. But Josh Allen, I'm going to give him the edge there in that matchup. But should be a good. I think it's probably out of all these players, I think that's the best matchup we have between the two teams. Well, Justin Jefferson going against A.J. Brown. I don't know if we had any more news on is Jalen Hurts supposed to play this week? Do we know?
Let me check. He was at practice.
Okay. Interesting. But Justin Jefferson, divisional game against Green Bay. I think he's only like 200 and something yards away from breaking 2,000 receiving yards for the season, which is wild. So I think that's something the Vikings are going to make happen. So I'm going to give Justin Jefferson the edge there. Dalvin Cook going against Green Bay. Interesting. It's looking like Dalvin Cook got a 10 last week against Dash. I'm still going to give him the edge over J.K. Dobbins going against Green Bay. Green Bay, obviously terrible run defense. Then T.J. Hockenson against Evan Ingram. This was pretty key because Evan Ingram did pretty well. Has been doing pretty well the last couple of weeks. I think Hockenson obviously blew up, but I'm probably going to give this a wash. I think this is pretty close. I think the Vikings are going to be forcing Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson a lot this game. And just based off of the numbers that they've both had the last couple of weeks, it's pretty close. I'm going to give that a wash. Jamar Chase against Pacheco. I can't not give that to Jamar Chase. I think going against Buffalo, Cincinnati really wants to win this game. And it's in Cincinnati. So I think this, I haven't seen the numbers, but I have to imagine this is the highest over-under of the week, potentially.
What, Cincinnati, Buffalo?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's second.
Oh, wow. What's first?
Detroit, Chicago, 52.
Kind of key.
I mean, Detroit's defense is awful, and Detroit scores a lot of points. I mean, it makes sense.
Interesting. Okay. Joe Mixon going against Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to give McCaffrey the edge there. Both good running backs, but by Buffalo's defense is just better than the Raiders. I'm also interested. The Raiders seem like they're doing some mixing up, especially like the bench Carr. I can imagine that they're going to try some other stuff out during the game.
Stidham, your boy, dude. Your boy's finally getting the shine, man. Stidham.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that was his first start. I would have imagined he started when there was some sort of injury, but kind of key.
That's his first start?
Yeah, it's first start. Yeah. Ken Walker against Jerry Jeudy. Nathaniel Hackett just got fired. Jerry Jeudy did just come out backing Russ, which good
move.
Good move. Yeah. Could be a key situation he's walking in. Ken Walker been hurt, came back, put up a pretty good game last week against Kansas City. Jets defense is pretty solid though. Jeudy against KC, I give a slight edge to Judy. Last time we played, KC scored 3 times on you guys. Rest did all right, so I'm gonna ride Judy there. And then those are the matchups. I guess I'm gonna have to take Hotch here, just going match to matchup. I only gave Adam I think two wins there, so let's give it a 160 to 147.
Damn. Stu, what do you got here, buddy?
Well, like the matchup that's gonna like make or break it for me is like the Chase Pacheco one. You know, like if Pacheco gets like a 9 and Chase, it's what's supposed to be like the second highest over under game. You know, if Jamar Chase does anything there, like I don't know. I just that's gonna be the one to watch because obviously there's a lot of folks on Hodge's teams that can get 25s really easily. I'm gonna give it to Hodge. 181 to 141. I don't know that it's terribly close, but I think a mediocre game from Jamar Chase or Cook or any of them, you know, obviously makes us a lot closer. But I mean, Hodge has pretty good matchups this week, and I mean, I think the Ingram and McCaffrey matchups are really the only ones that I look at saying that, you know, Adam's got an edge. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Hodge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hodge too. I think we'll know pretty early as far as how this one goes, and the fact that Hodge has 2 guys on Monday night, and Adam has nothing Monday night
because he has Chase, Mixon, and Allen.
Oh yeah, Chase and Mixon and okay, yeah, 3 guys. I mean, if Hodge is anywhere close within that, and on Sunday, I mean, it's obviously it's. I mean, no matter if Buffalo wins or loses that game, those guys will get anything within 30 to 80 points. Those guys could get you. So, like, if it's even like marginally close, like within 40 or 50 points, I think Hodge wins this one. And tonight, it started off. You got the Dallas game. The over-under for that game is 40.5, which is one of the lowest of the week. And Tennessee likes that. And look at a lot of Tennessee's matchups. A lot of them are slugfest type games. But I mean. Yeah, I don't know. And Dallas tends to, when they win a game, they come out kind of sluggish the next week. So, I don't know. It's going to be tough. Tonight's a huge night for him because he got Parsons and he's got Prescott. Is Parsons going to play? Questionable. Popped up an injury report with a hand issue Tuesday. Yeah, he looks likely to play. Yeah, I mean, 2 guys from the game. I know it's defense, man, but like every defense. I mean, in a game where you're like so marked, and we're looking at Hodge is kind of winning every category. You have to win those other categories. So defense is going to be very crucial to him. And Hodge has good defenders, man. I think last week, he averaged an 8 or 9 across the board on defense.
He needs one of these people on his team to be like the face of ESPN this weekend. You know what I mean? Like we're all talking about the game that so-and-so had. Like, I don't think there's another way for Adam.
And he has the guys. I mean, Bosa is over defensive player of the year. So is Parsons. Jordan Brooks is solid. So he has the guys to do that. This
is the one where I feel like if I'm Adam, I wish I had a stack. I was going to say this might be the first championship in a while that there's no stack.
No.
Big.
Because Hodge had a stack last year, just Burrow instead of Allen.
Oh, I remember.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, he steamrolled me, then he steamrolled you in the following week. So weak.
But, Adam's gonna need some big games here. Honestly, I mean, maybe Derrick Henry being like maybe Dobbins ends up putting some numbers because Dallas' defense is good. Probably would have. Derrick Henry has those games where he gets like no points because of like a good defense shuts him out, especially when they're starting. I mean, Malik Willis just got benched. I forget the guy that they're starting instead.
Josh
Dobbins. He
was awesome in college.
Pretty key.
All right.
I'm a big fan of him. The other thing I was going to say, too, is like that Buffalo Cincinnati game, like it's a Monday night game. I don't know, man. Like, if Fields is the guy, Detroit's defense is awful. And I could eat, and that's in the dome too. Dude, I don't know why you wouldn't go Fields in this game. Like, I get Josh Allen, so either way, that's why the trade, like that, what you did, like one of the reasons why I say it's BS that like you threw in Fields in that trade with Cook, and that guy already has Josh Allen. He can literally go best matchup with these two badass quarterbacks, top 5 fantasy quarterbacks. And obviously you weren't going to keep Fields, but like,
I mean, if you look at the production of Allen compared to Fields, Allen blows him out of the water. Fields hasn't been doing much.
Well, the last 3 weeks, yeah. I mean, he's been hurt.
I mean, Hodge had him for one. I had him for the 50-point game, then Hodge had him for the 40-point game, and then he hasn't really done anything like special since then.
Well, he had a 50 and a 46. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, some people in this league would have loved to have that.
I had the 50, and I beat ZT that week.
Right. But my point is, him having Detroit, he could.
Last time
he played against Detroit, he had a 46. So, like, that is a guy you may want. I mean, he may want to start.
Yeah. Especially if he wants to.
I wouldn't try to get too cute with it, though. I mean, like,
no.
I mean, Josh Allen's a solid 30.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I'm not dogging, but I'm saying he could. I mean, that is something like he could do as well. I mean, Cincinnati's a good defense. I mean, Cincinnati has guys who can get back there, and Josh Allen hasn't looked. I mean, he's thrown a lot of picks in the last like 5 games. That's a good defense. They know how to pressure the good quarterbacks in this league. You're talking about one of the worst defenses in the NFL, the highest total points of the weekend. Yeah. He could surprise us, and Hodge is a type to surprise us and throw out Fields in the end.
Yeah,
and he's a Bears fan too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, I do think that Hodge does win. Obviously, the blowout potential is Hodge in Hodge's favor. If it's a kind of a gritty game, I think Adams got a shot. But yeah, he's gonna need like a blow up game from McCaffrey, a nice little 30 spot from there. His team's not bad, but yeah, it's nowhere near Hodge's team. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I think Hodge wins, but my heart is with A-Millie. I want A-Millie to win, but that's just me. All right, guys. Well, that does it for the last Cobb and Dash show of the season. Next week we begin the off season stuff. Can't wait for the off season stuff. Again, I'm just gonna throw it out there to you guys. If you guys have a person you want to nominate, let us know. Send it in, post it on the Facebook group. I'm going to post this. I'm going to clip the opening segment on our Facebook page. So if you have somebody nominate it by Thursday. Stu?
What information do you want in the nomination papers?
You just cite a name and his.
How many leagues you've been in with them?
Yeah.
And like a good 2 to 3, or maybe 3-4 sentences of why you think he'd be a good owner.
Yeah. Also, you mentioned how many people in the league know him or this person, because some people in the league are really big on knowing people. So leagues that you've been in with them, how many people know that person, or have met that person, whatever. And then
any dynasty or keeper experience.
Yeah, keeper or dynasty experience, and their name, of course.
Cover letter.
Yeah, no. A picture. If you have a picture with them, it'd be kind of key to put that in there.
Sounds good.
Trying to think if there's any other things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But all right, so looking forward to seeing all the names. I doubt there's going to be that any more than that, but then like 5, I think. But anyway, hope everyone has a good weekend, and Happy New Year's to everybody in the league. We'll see you guys in 2023.
Happy New Year's, fellas.